championship that would be compelling even if both sides were struggling. But today they come in ranked in the top 25. This is going to be fun. Welcome to College Station, Texas, and Kyle Field, the legendary home of the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 21st ranked team, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Aggies will kick it away to start us off. The return from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense making their way on the field to open this game. And Kirk, we've seen this quarterback build a reputation for making plays when his team really needs him.
Well, I think the best thing about him is he's just consistent. You know what you're going to get with this guy. He typically makes very good decisions, but every once in a while, when he needs to step up and make a play, he's more than capable.
Grab behind the line, it's Lee. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Breaks free. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. And how about the speed of this defense? Now, you're looking at a third down.
Here we go. First third down of the game. Handoff here from the shotgun. The defense swarms. He's going backwards. He'll lose 4 yards on the play.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So Texas A&M's offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. And each offense features a star tight end, Kirk. What an elite matchup of guys who can really hurt defenses in a variety of ways.
When was the last time we did a game where we were excited to watch 2 tight ends from opposing teams go against each other? But that's what we have today. Both of these guys are elite at their position. Both want to have bragging rights that they're the best in the country. Let's see who can be showcased better today. Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
Back to throw. It's Reed. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Now it's second down here. On the run, it's Moss. Breaks into the clear. Tackle finally made down at the 13-yard line.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Running game is working. Let's stick with it on first down. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Aggies.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football, and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. And now the handoff. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. And he dumps it off to the tight end. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
A short completion sets up a 3rd down play. Dropping back, it's Simmons. It's complete. Moves the ball out across the 30, and that's good for a 1st down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
And the Rebels come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's Taylor. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
The Rebels pick up enough to get a 1st down there. He's looking to throw. Quarterback delivers quickly. A receiver on the screen. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
And as we break for the quarter, Kirk, it's Texas A&M on top. And at the end of the 1st quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. And he'll set up to throw. Makes the catch. It's Wallace. They get him down, but he crosses midfield. Spot the ball at the 44.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. And there's the handoff. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff again. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. They don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Grab down the middle. It's Ray. That's big. They convert on 3rd and set him up 1st down from the 32.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Defense is coming after him. Tough to show, but a sophomore quarterback to pick up the first down himself.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
Running back grabs it on the screen. Tackled at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
Boy, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
First and goal. Great chance now to draw even before halftime. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
And it's first and goal. You're thinking about trying to score. You're looking at positive yards, and instead, you're going backwards. That's going to set up a very important second down call here.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 7. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. Second and goal for the offense. To the air, it's Simmons. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
And they get set now to try the PAT. And he knocks it right through. He got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Return begins inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And they'll run it. Hand it off to the running back. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Second down play coming up. Tailback with another carry. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. First down and 10. Scanning the field. It's Reed. Running back has it on a screen now. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Trying to bait this defensive line to believing they have a shot to get to the quarterback on the pass. Instead, they recognize screen right away, make a really nice play for a lost yardage.
Getting set. Here's second down. Looking for a receiver. Quick throw, testing the middle. Caught! He's wide open. Look out! Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 41. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Texas A&M getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And he drops back in the gun. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to the 31 and a 1st down.
That's good for Fighting Texas Aggie.
Minutes going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Man, if nothing else, a notable 1st half so far in College Station. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best 1st half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this 3rd quarter.
And the Rebels will kick it off to begin the 2nd half. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. First play of the 2nd half to keep it on the ground. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
1st down here for this offense. Back to throw. It's Reed. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quick throw caught on the left side. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to take off. So the scramble comes up short, and now this offense facing a 4th down play.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's 3rd down, do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't quite get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards.
Return it brought down, sets up the next drive. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. Now begin with a quick throw to the left. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Here's the 2nd down play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Screen to the receiver in the flat. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a 1st down.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Bringing pressure. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
After the sack on first down, it's second down. Looking to throw. It's Simmons. Receiver makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Throwing off play action. He's running out of time here. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Chris, I'm really surprised they went with play action here on third and such a long distance to gain. The defense obviously knows you're going to throw the football, so all you're doing is telling your quarterback, take your eyes off of the coverage and the line of scrimmage, and the result is a sack.
And the Rebels bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. The sure hands, it's Concepcion. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
This is what makes the RPO so difficult to defend if you have a quarterback who can read it. It's that old argument, which guy has the chalk last? Well, with a quarterback that can read it like that, the quarterback has the chalk last. He reads that they're up, makes the throw in the quick slant, gets some really good yards.
Looking to scramble. Going to try to use his legs here. And he'll be wrapped up on the scramble there, settling for a short gain.
Hey, if you're not going to account for a quarterback, he's going to be smart enough to take off when the opportunity is there.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. It's a quarterback keeper. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. They didn't lose any yards, which is great. I think they're definitely looking for more from that play.
Heck of a ride through a very competitive first three quarters. If you check out some of the stats here. Let's see how this one unfolds in the final quarter, set to get underway. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Back to pass. It's Reed. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
Well, the offensive line is so caught up in communicating to pick up the defensive lineman. Nobody picks up the middle linebacker on the blitz. He gets the sack.
And the Aggies will send the punt team onto the field. We're going to kick it away for the second time. Returner decides to fair catch this. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. Caught in the backfield. It's Lee. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit, they didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
One of the biggest plays we've had so far. Third down, and the crowd really getting into it. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Wallace. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. So he finds one of his favorite targets. Kirk defense thinking, what do we have to do to stop this guy?
How about the double coverage on third down? Great call to be able to try to take away this highly touted wide receiver. And the quarterback is still looking to go to his guy for the conversion, and he comes through. No wonder he keeps throwing him the football.
Hit as he released it. Grab down the middle. It's Lee. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
How about this guy making this throw? I mean, they have harassed him all game long, and here we are in the fourth quarter. He takes another hit, and this time gets enough on it to be able to complete it. Great play by the quarterback.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Short connection to the tight end here. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
The Rebels have 1st and 10 here. Caught over the middle. It's Haas. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Important second down play coming up. Wide open downfield. Ball carrier tackled at the 2. A solid gain on that completion.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
1st and goal, clock winding down. A great chance for this offense to get a go-ahead score. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And they try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment for this important play. And the crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play.
Well, the quarterback keeps the ball. He's trying to make a big play on third down. He probably should have gotten the ball out of his hands. Now, we've got a big 4th down coming up.
The field goal is good. And they now have the lead here with time running out. What a moment.
But there's nothing more impressive to me than a kicker that can come through in the clutch. Gives them the lead here in the 4th quarter, but there's still time left for a final drive, so their defense will have to step up.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. To throw, it's Reed. Caught by the receiver.
You know, it's a nice completion, but it's kind of another short game. The defense is keeping everything in front. I think the offensive coordinator's got to find a way to take some vertical shots to get some chunk plays.
They need to score quickly here, trying to dial up some big plays. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Moss. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, 4th quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a 1st down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving. Timeout taken by the offense. 18 seconds on the clock. They'll get set, needing to score quickly now, looking for some big plays right here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the out route. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Now the offense here needs some big plays to give the kicker a chance here. The clock is a factor. 2nd down, looking to throw it. Diving grab. What a play by that receiver.
That's good for Fighting Texas Aggies.
Well, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.